It's been about 6 months since my first review of the Merkur blade. Today, I'm going to give you an update on skills I've learned and give you my experience with Stirling Soap Company's. Got the pre-shave / beard oil, the small batch artisan shave soap, aftershave splash, unscented aftershave balm, and beard balm / beard oil. I'm also going to use this Omega mixed bristle brush. I actually already showered today because I had to recut my hair, but I'm going to take another one to prepare my hair for removal. Okay, I just wet on my face. You can see I didn't wet my hair. The reason that you do that is you want to get your hair as soft as you can, and it also agitates it a little bit, gets it ready. So here you go. I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff I've learned while I review this. I'm using an Omega mixed bristle brush. It's been soaking in warm water for a few minutes. Just going to get a little bit of the extra water out, okay? Oh boy, this smells good. All right, step one, do this for about a minute, okay? Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You're loading the soap onto the brush for about a minute. I'm about halfway through. I've thrown some stuff on my face. See? More to come. Okay, so I've done it for about a minute. Soap is loaded, okay? Now, I'm gonna put a little extra water on here. And the first layer, just like to paint it on, okay? I'm a lot better at this than I was last time. I like to have that thick layer on the bottom, but this is still the thing I'm worst at. This is the last thing I've really started paying attention to. So, kind of put that down. Now, I'm just gonna move this around like this for about another minute or so. Now, the thing I notice about Stirling is it smells freaking amazing, right? The other thing I've noticed, see, I've shaved with it already. So I wanna tell you, the slickness is unreal. It's, but it doesn't like build up in the razor as much as other ones. It's just really, really well made. But okay, tell you some more tricks I picked up. Now this is a boar and this is a mixed brush, so it's boar and badger, right? It's got some silver tip, I think. Now these are a little stiffer brushes than the other one I was using, the Rockwell. But I liked it because it kind of agitates my hair a little bit more. It kind of gets it ready for being shaved. And I just want to kind of keep doing this until it thins up a little bit, right? You'll start to see your skin underneath. Is the way that I heard this Scottish fella explain it. I like to switch hands because it's a little easier. Okay, I'm gonna come back when I'm done. Okay, first pass is gonna be on my Rockwell 6S with the plate 5, which I haven't actually used that. I usually use 4. But because I love this soap so much, I wanna try something a bit more aggressive on pass 1, right? So, pass 1, I'll tell you some things I've learned. Most important thing I've learned is to just take your time. You gotta go slower. Now it ends up being faster anyways, because it's a lot easier way to shave. But if you go too fast, you're just gonna irritate your skin. And this is, if you do this right, it's much less irritation than regular shaving. So the rule of thumb is to go 2 above your Adam's apple and go straight from there. So that's what I'm gonna do. Now I can really feel the difference between this plate 5 and the plate 4. It's a little more audible. Let me see if you can hear it. Which I really like. It helps me because you'll be surprised at how soft it is when these cut your hairs. So you don't even barely know that it's working, right? So the key here is you don't try to get it perfect on your first pass. Like this is just it's decent, it's pretty good. It's about what I would have been happy with in the past, right? So I'm just doing a quickie with the numero 5, right? Then, this still has soap loaded in it, because remember we did it for like a minute. So I'm gonna put some more on my face. Get ready for pass 2. Okay, notice it's building up again. Round and round, I like to go. Funny thing is, I was talking to my wife about this, is I hated shaving my entire life. I like this stuff. That's crazy. I'm into it. So any of y'all that have been curious, feel free to send me a note. Okay, second pass, across the grain, right? Basically, you can. I'm still gonna go with the hair a little bit, but I'm gonna start to see this hair all kind of grows like this, and then this hair kind of grows. Let me think. Like you can feel it. It's really stubbly. So I'm gonna go straight up. Okay, so this one, I got a decent one. This one's a little sharper angle, or a little bigger angle than the Rockwell. The Rockwell's uncharacteristically short. See, it's okay. See, now I'm gonna go backwards. That's what the other side is good for. Hear that bad boy go? Down. Now I'm actually going against the grain here, but that's because this isn't too picky. Right, this one doesn't get irritated. Now, here you go. Now I'm going across the grain right now. Across. For me, that's across, right? Now I'm going to go up against, fully against it. You hear that? This is why I love the Merkur. Oh yeah, I'm doing my 34 for the middle pass. I love this razor. It really is. It's well priced, and it's the standard for beginners. Because I mean, listen to this. You can really hear it working. Listen to this. You hear that? I don't know what the sound does inside of there, but it's amazing, right? So that's my second pass with my Merkur. Love this thing. Oh, by the way, I am using Astra Green in all of my stuff. All right, so now, still loaded. A little bit more water on here, same thing. You know, not only am I getting the slickness on here, I mean, look at how, I haven't had to do anything else to this. I mean, I've barely reloaded it with water. I'm in this wet shaving group on Facebook, and the dudes are super helpful on there. That was one thing they said, is that this soap in particular is very forgiving, whether or not you give it a lot of water or a little bit of water. So there were some people that were adamant that it's a very thirsty soap, and other people that were adamant that it really didn't matter. And I tend to think it really doesn't matter with this. It seems to work well no matter what. Okay, so in the last pass, I'm gonna do Rockwell 2. So I'm gonna switch it over right now. So I got the Rockwell 2 ready. I got this incredible smelling soap. I'm gonna do a little more because it releases the scent up. Look at how awesome this stuff is. Okay. Now I'm using my Rockwell 6S again. This time I'm gonna go against the grain because it's on a very chill setting. It's on the second plate, which is, oh, you hear it? It's still pulling some, it's still cutting some stuff though. You can hear it, clear as day. Now this is against the grain for me. Going this way is completely against the way that my hair grows, right? Which is, you know, if you're lucky enough, some people's skin's too sensitive for that. I always thought my skin was super sensitive, but for some reason I can pull it off. So, and I'm not an expert by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just very curious and get pretty insane about my research. Right. So I'm not going to use this up here because I'm going to use, oh, I love that razor. I'm going to use the detailing razor, which I showed you last time. I've gotten better at this too. All right, same thing. It's always the same. It's around 35-degree angle, except for 30, 35, except for this one. This one's about 25 or so. But you can feel this one. You can really hear it. Let's see if I can get it so you can hear it. I started it right against the hair, so that's what that was. Okay. This makes life so easy. Oh, that's Zit. Yeah, I'm apparently still 16 years old. Right, and then it's got one on the other side, yeah. I don't have too much of a problem with hair under here, but. Now, before I bought these things, I had read things that people don't like them because they're too aggressive. But that's actually what I like about this, because I want to know when it's cutting, because it's right on the edge. All right. So I use this whenever I have time. Okay, let's see. Whoa. All right, so one of the other tricks I picked up over time is that while I'm kind of going in between passes, I just rub my hand and I can feel, so there's still some hair right there, right? So I go like this, booyah, booyah, booyah. All right. And I'm taking my last pass, I'm just kind of finishing it. All right, about 25 degrees. Lovely. You know what I didn't do? I didn't use the pre-shave oil. I love that stuff. But I'm gonna use it as a beard oil, so that's fine. You notice how little, I mean, there's nothing, there's no irritation at all, right? So let me see, is there any other tips I can give you that I've learned since then? Go slow, to 30, 35, which I knew last time. The 3 passes is really important. You know, with the grain, across the grain, against the grain. You don't have to do all 3. You really don't. I do that when I got time. If I'm in a bind, I use this one. It's amazing. It's actually easier for a quickie. This one's a little more temperamental as far as I'm concerned. A lot of people find it the easiest, but I find this has got more of a learning curve to make it, you know, worth work as well as it actually is. Like, I felt like I wasn't doing it justice for a while. Now I'm finally starting to get the hang of it, right? So there we go. Now I'm gonna kind of wash this off and then use the aftershave so I can tell you guys about that. Okay, so the aftershave is the same scent, Executive Man, which is modeled after this really expensive cologne. I forget the name of it. It's like a $300 cologne, right? So let's see. Ooh, that feels good. So aftershave is an astringent, you know, because basically, see, you can feel where you've got, so I got some irritation here. Huh, look at that. It basically, you know, it's high alcohol. So all your pores get opened when you're doing this stuff, right? It's warm water, you're rubbing on your skin. And especially if you have some irritation. So this goes in and it cleans it all so that it doesn't get worse. And this smells incredible. It bolsters the smell of the soap. Right. And then after all that, beard balm. This is basically like witch hazel water. It's really calm, like natural calm ingredients, you know, things that are going to kind of get you back to a baseline, right? Because ideally you don't want to leave, you know, too much alcohol on your skin as a last method, because you're just going to dry out over time, right? Oh boy, feels amazing. It's very smooth. Okay, I'll be back. I'm going to show you the beard stuff here in a second. Okay, next in line, the same wonderful scent on a beard oil, which is actually a pre-shave oil as well. I meant to use it because I really like it. This works really well because beard pre-shave oils can be kind of here nor there, but I found it worked really well. This is a little thinner than the beard oil I'm used to, which is 7 Potions, but I still really like it. It's just a different texture. And it makes my hair feel a little different. This is very soft for my hair. I feel like it does a very good job of getting the oil in there without overdoing it. And that smells amazing. All right, and so what you want to do after you get the oil in there, okay? Same thing. These are very stiff brushes, and it can be uncomfortable. I find this very relaxing. It's like being a freaking dog and getting petted. But I've had friends that felt that it was too rough, and which it is for me, because my normal way of shaving is like, you know what I mean? I just want to get it over with. But if you just slow it down just a hair, it works. So now I got the oil in there. the last step, and then I'm ready to go about my day smelling like $1 million, or $300 to be more to the fact. It's a beard balm. This is thicker than the Seven Potions beard balm. It's like, it feels more like the Seven Potions wax. Seven Potions beard balm is more like a butter. I just put this on here. And I probably overdid it a little bit this time, so whatever. Boy, that's a good smell. And I generally don't like scents. I'm just not a scented person. But the thing I like about this is that it stays right next to my face, you know what I mean? It's not overwhelming. But I ain't gonna lie, I like this smell so much, I'm probably gonna get the perfume as long as the stuff sells well. And if it doesn't sell well, I'm just gonna buy it for myself in the future. But I can't see how this won't sell well. This is incredible product, right? Okay. Last step for me, Seven Potions beard comb. You won't believe the difference this makes when you have a hand cut comb. So it's worth the extra couple bucks. So then using the stuff that's machine stamped makes a big difference on the buildup of the electricity. Right, so your hair ends up going the place where you tell it to go. Right. Oh boy, I feel like $1 million. Ready for the boy to wake up from his nap now. Okay. Ta-da, that's it. So today, I just kind of was more showing you the tips that I picked up, but let me close out by giving telling you guys what I really think. Stirling Soaps, Executive Man, it's the best smelling stuff I've ever used. It's not even a close second. It's just unique. It's more like a really expensive cologne, which is something I generally don't go for. This is the beard balm. It's very softening. I don't get stiff, and I don't feel greasy either. I like it. Okay, I'm just gonna go backwards. The beard oil, also by Stirling, of course, same scent. Incredible. It's a little thinner than the Seven Potions oil, but it's like a different function. It really is. The balm is a little stiffer, and so these pair together in a slightly different way. I like this as a pre-shave oil as well, FYI. Post-shave balm, it's got the witch hazel and the purified water and the oils from seeds and stuff. Get your skin back to normal. The universally loved. Okay, what else we got? We got the soap, which I'm gonna leave open, which is, to me, worlds better than any other one I've used so far. I prefer soaps over creams. And this has got a nice firm base to it, but it loaded onto my brush very, very easily, and it stayed there. All right, excuse my water. And you saw I got more than 3 rounds around it. See, look, there's still stuff in there. And I used my Omega boar brush, mixed bristle brush, and my Astra Green blades. I started with 6S on plate 5, which is an aggressive plate. Then I did my 34G to go across the grain, and then I did my Rockwell 6S plate 2 to finish off. And let me tell you, oh, you know what? I still left a little tiny bit right there, but it doesn't bother me. This is smooth as silk, right? Can you see where the detailing blade just gets at super easy, right? If you're into wet shaving, you tried it at all, you gotta try Stirling Soap. It's a good company. They're really nice people. They're universally loved in the wet shave world for how easy they are to work with and how high quality their stuff is. There's even handwritten batch numbers on the bottom. Come on now. They're made in USA. Wonderful business to support. It's priced well. I can't say enough good things about it. That's my review. I love it. It's good. It smells freaking great. And I hope I gave you some more tips on how to do the actual shave. The thing I have a hard time with is I think it's overwhelming for people that haven't tried it before because there's so many things to do. But the truth of the matter is like, if you got a razor, you got a razor, right? You can just buy the razor. And as long as you hold it about 35 degrees and you don't press against your skin, you don't press down at all. Let the weight of the razor do it. As long as you do those things, that's really all you need to do, you know? But then for me, it's like when I'm doing this, I want to do this too, right? And it's like when you're doing that, you start getting into the soaps. It's like throwing a snowball off the top of a hill, right? But it's well worth it. If you got anyone who needs to take some time on themselves, this is a great way to do it. Okay. All right. Well, that's my review of Stirling Soap. I love it.